Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for joining us. Montgomery County Executive Isaiah Leggett has unveiled his fiscal year 2015 capital budget and CIP, which includes record funding for school construction. Lorna Virgili joins us with our top story. Lorna?
Sonya, County Executive unveiled the capital budget for the next 6 years, which included unprecedented funding for school construction while also addressing smart growth. $4.49 billion for the capital budget and fiscal year 2015-2020 capital improvements program, targeting economic development, mass transit, affordable housing, and a 13% for school construction to accommodate the school enrollment.
Now, the lion's share of this and the greatest effort in our work in the last few months have been to respond to the unprecedented increase in enrollments in our schools. We are growing at the rate of better than 2,000 students per year. That is more than many communities combined. That's equivalent to a high school per year.
A total of 455 new classrooms would be added. On the economic development side, the budget includes spending for approved plans in Wheaton, Shady Grove, White Flint, and the Great Seneca Science Corridor. Nearly $340 million in public funds to support the White Flint redevelopment.
You look at what we're doing in the White Flint area. We're providing directly, indirectly, to development in that area for this transitional period of about $340 million. That's an unprecedented amount to help move this county forward.
Leggett's recommendation includes $10 million to begin facility planning for the MD 355 and the US 29 corridors in the approved master plan, and $154 million to maintain roads.
We've increased the amounts for, at least for arterial and primary roads, by 80%. And for residential roads, it's over 600% increase. Let me repeat that. And over 600% increase.
The budget exceeds the executive's stated goal of issuing $100 million in bonds to support affordable housing projects. Also includes funding for several construction projects at Montgomery College and $20 million to build a parking garage at the universities of Shady Grove. To view the entire CIP, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/OMB. In Rockville, for County Report This Week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
As you just heard, school construction is a top priority for the county. Executive Leggett traveled to Annapolis this week, along with the executives from Prince George's and Baltimore counties, where they announced they will develop legislation requesting additional funding for school modernization and construction. The executives said additional funding is essential to meet the growing need for more classrooms and better facilities in their counties. The Montgomery County Public School System has grown by about 2,000 students a year over the past several years. The unprecedented increase in enrollment is the highest in the state, and projected enrollments indicate the district will grow by 25,000 students in the next decade. According to Mr. Leggett, the state needs to step in to help with school construction funding.
We owe it to our students, to our parents, and to our community to respond in a positive fashion, and to do so recognizing the commitment of our local community as well as our state to respond to this real challenge today. We cannot wait when we have unusually high numbers of students in portables. We cannot wait to hear the challenges and problems we see with roofs that are leaking, bathrooms that are not adequate. We need to respond to this challenge today.
Local PTA leaders are also asking state legislators for a bill that would give Montgomery County $750 million for new school construction. MyMC Media's Valerie Bonk followed the group to the state's capital, where they met with state lawmakers on both sides of the issue.
Freezing rain didn't keep leaders from the Montgomery County Council of PTAs from taking on their cause.
Montgomery County streets are not paved with gold. If they were, we would not be out in this lovely weather advocating for this funding. We really do need it.
So they boarded a bus and took their mission to get $750 million for county schools on the road.
The group made the trip here to Annapolis for one cause, to rally and lobby for what they say is much needed money for school construction.
With an increase of almost 15,000 students since 2000, more than the growth of Anne Arundel, Howard, Frederick, and Baltimore counties combined. Some Maryland state legislators say it's time to give Montgomery County a helping hand.
We are known for our excellence in education, and that has been despite the deplorable conditions of our infrastructure in the schools. We have 9,000 kids that are learning in trailers right now.
The kids in our portables are more than whole entire education systems in other counties. We have been doing piecemeal a response to the growth that can no longer be ignored.
And for some, the issue hits close to home.
Just yesterday, Silver Spring International Middle School, where my daughter went to school, had 2 inches of water flooding down the stairs. We've got mold at Rolling Terrace Elementary School, which I visited a few days ago. And beyond the renovation and repair problems, we've got a huge capacity issue.
But while funding for Montgomery County schools is a priority for some this session, advocates still have some convincing to do to get the amount of funding they're asking for.
Montgomery County is a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous county, and we're going to find a way to help alleviate the situation, but we're kind of up against it with revenues right now.
The issue is expected to come up in the General Assembly in March. For County Report This Week, I'm Valerie Bonk.
The Montgomery County Council has returned from its winter recess to a full agenda of business, with the first in a series of work sessions on proposed development in the 10 Mile Creek watershed in Clarksburg. The Planning Board is recommending revisions to the original blueprint for Clarksburg, which includes 600 new homes with safeguards put in place to protect the watershed. Work sessions with the Planning, Housing, and Economic Development Committee and the Transportation and Environment Committee are designed for members to get more information on environmental, transportation, and land issues associated with the property.
At this point, we've had a presentation from the planning staff and their consultant as to what the baseline data is for 10 Mile Creek. We're going to continue to discuss the appropriate treatment of 10 Mile Creek and the area that drains into it in the coming work sessions. And we are also going to be hearing about whether or not it really plays a role in our water supply, which some have suggested as we move forward. That will get all of this will get translated into how we look at the appropriate zoning for the area that drains into 10 Mile Creek.
Things are moving quickly in the process to fill the District 5 council seat vacated by Councilmember Valerie Irvin. In all, 18 residents of the district applied for the position. The council will interview 13 of those applicants. Those interviews will take place January 17th, 22nd, and 24th and will be televised on CCM. The council will select the new member on January 28th.
I think that it really boils down to somebody who's got the best interests of District 5 at heart. It's not really solely just about what's going to happen with particular issues, but it's about the mindset of being of service, of making sure that we're trying to deliver for District 5 that has had some challenges when it comes to economic development, especially in the East County area, and making sure that we're focused on that, making sure that we're focused on some of the other needs that these residents have.
When we come back, we'll tell you how the community is helping some Montgomery Village residents who were displaced by an apartment fire. And we'll showcase some of the transportation projects in the pipeline in this new year. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Montgomery County high school and middle school students compete for cash in the Keeping It Safe Under 21 Alcohol Prevention Coalition PSA contest. Middle school students can receive up to $500, while high school students can win up to $1,000. Entries must be 30 seconds in length. The message: prevent underage drinking. Entry forms and submission dates can be found online at montgomerycountymd.gov/KIS. Get your entries ready and remember to keep it safe.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls: 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. The Rosemont Elementary community is mourning the loss of DJ McMullen, a 4th grade student who drowned this week after falling through the ice on a sediment pond in Gaithersburg, where he was playing with his brother and another boy. At Rosemont Elementary, extra counselors were brought in to support the students and staff members. The school's principal remembered DJ as a popular student who liked science.
DJ was looking forward to being a patrol next year. He was a very responsible student, and we are all going to miss him terribly here.
Joining us in the studio to talk about this tragic accident is Assistant Chief Scott Graham from the Montgomery County Fire Rescue Service. Chief, I know you were out there the night of this incident. What can you tell us about what happened, and what do we need to know about the ice floating on area ponds?
This incident was a somber reminder of the tragedy that can occur, and fortunately doesn't occur that frequently in our area. When we've had a long streak of cold weather, when bodies of water such as these storm catchment ponds begin to freeze over, it's kind of an enticement for young people and kids and people walking around to perhaps play on the ice. It turned to tragedy when we received the call a little bit after 4 p.m. Fire rescue officials arrived on the scene. There were 3 young children that were reported to be out on the ice and in the water. When we did arrive, 2 of those were beginning to exit from the ice. One was already broken through the ice and walking out, and the other was crawling on top of the ice. The third one, according to an eyewitness, had gone under the water and had not resurfaced. Members of our technical rescue team, along with other fire rescue members, entered the water with protective equipment and began the search for the third child. Approximately 25 to 30 minutes into the search, we located the child in about 5.5 feet of water, perhaps about 40 yards out from the bank. The child was immediately taken to a waiting medic unit and transported to Shady Grove Hospital. The child was pronounced dead at 7:45 that evening. This tragedy reminds us, and our commitment to those who grieve and those who witness or are part of something like this, is our commitment and our recommitment to getting out our message to prevent that type of 911 call. With a drowning of any type with this ice rescue, we're midway through our winter. We'd like to remind everyone that there's no body of water, especially these non-recreational bodies of water, that are safe for anybody to be out on when they freeze over, or actually be in them whenever there's no ice on them.
It's been an extraordinarily busy start of the new year. How are firefighters reacting to this unusual start?
Well, our reaction is one of, I guess with the 2 fatal fires that we've had thus far and the tragic drowning of the child in Gaithersburg, it's our recommitment to preventing the 911 call. Firefighters are out in the neighborhoods. Firefighters will be out each and every weekend distributing information, safety information about things such as winter safety, ice, fireplaces, and things like that. We'll also be checking smoke alarms in homes in many areas across the county. And certainly, you can have your smoke alarm tested by one of our fire rescue stations simply by calling 311.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
This week, some local radio stations, in partnership with Women Who Care Ministries, helped raise nearly $5,000 in food, gift cards, and monetary donations for dozens of Montgomery Village residents who were displaced by a fire on January 8th at the Cedar Mill Apartments. Sadly, a 4-year-old boy died in that fire.
We're talking about over 40 residents that were displaced and 12 households, so approximately 3 to 4 family members in each household that were displaced. And as though that wasn't tragic enough, one family lost their 4-year-old son, and our heart extremely goes out to that family in this hour.
It's my duty as a broadcaster to make sure that I give back. And my thing is right now, I just want to get the word out that we need food, we need money, we need clothes, anything that can help these families out, because they lost everything. Think about if you lost everything, you have nothing. And there's so many people with big hearts and are so blessed in this area that they can give back. It's just a little bit. You don't have to give a whole lot, just give a little bit. If everybody gives just a little bit, we'll be able to get these families back on their feet.
Montgomery County Council President Craig Rice attended the outreach event, and he met with some of the residents impacted by the fire.
They're deeply moved by all of the support that the community has really shown in stepping up for all of these families, not just the Quarshie family, but some of the other families as well. And so it was a tremendous turnout, thanks to all of the community for all that they did.
If you missed this event and want to assist these families, you can still contribute. Visit the Women Who Care Ministries website to find out more. With the state's new gas tax, there is funding available to take care of some long overdue transportation projects here in Montgomery County. Susan Kennedy reports on just a few of those improvements, which will have an effect on county motorists.
Sonya, over the past several months, some of the biggest stories involving transportation focused on transit. But now there is some news to report for those motorists who get in their cars and use some of this county's busiest roads. There is no question there are some urgent transportation needs here in Montgomery County. In 2014, some of those needs will be directly addressed thanks to new state transportation revenues. Topping that list, Route 355 at Cedar Lane. This intersection improvement will begin this spring. It will add turn lanes and through lanes, and it's designed to relieve traffic that's been created by BRAC.
So our commitment from both the federal government and the state government was saying, my goodness, if you're going to increase the amount of people that are going to this important institution, then you really do need some help in making sure that people can actually get through what is already the most congested area in our county, and that's 355, and Cedar is, of course, one of those. So we're going to improve that intersection, and that ought to make life better for our community, and that's what we try to do.
Also in the queue, the University Boulevard Bridge over the Capitol Beltway. This continuing project will have a high impact on commuters as it moves forward, but the bridge deck replacement and rehabilitation will improve the safety conditions of the bridge, which has been in poor condition for quite some time.
We do need to make things better for our drivers in their particular discrete areas which are not okay. That's one of them, and so the state is coming forward and helping us to improve this intersection and make it easier for people to get on and off this very important route.
The State Highway Administration has a host of resurfacing plans on its agenda this year, with a few in Montgomery County. One that will most likely have a moderate impact on traffic will be the resurfacing of Interstate 370 between 270 and 355. This project is scheduled to begin early this summer and will be done by late fall. In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
When we come back, we'll introduce you to a Burtonsville woman who met with President Obama at the White House. And we'll tell you about the Ulysses program at Northwest High School. Stay with us.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. The Montgomery County Commission for Women is gearing up for its annual Women's Legislative Briefing. The event features seminars on legislation in the 2014 session of the Maryland General Assembly that is of particular concern to women.
This year we're very excited to announce that we have a very special keynote speaker. It's Joanne Bamberger, who is the author of Mothers of Intention, How Women and Social Media Are Revolutionizing Politics in America. So that'll be a wonderful kickoff to the event. We'll also have greetings from our congressional representatives, and many, many members of the Maryland General Assembly will participate as speakers in this event. Mostly what legislative briefing does is focus on state and federal legislation that's of particular concern to women, including older women and also younger women. But it'll focus on workplace issues and retirement security and a whole range of issues, the Health Care Act, the Health Care Reform Act, and how that affects women and what else needs to be done to help protect women.
The annual briefing is scheduled for January 26th at the universities at Shady Grove in Rockville. The chair of Montgomery County's Planning Board has announced she will not seek a second term as chair. In an email to Planning and Parks Department staff, Francois Carrier said one term feels right. Her tenure has been described as one of the busiest and most productive of the board's history. She will serve until the end of her term, which is June 14th. A Montgomery County mom was recently invited to the White House to speak with President Obama about how to get young people to sign up for health care. MyMC Media's Valerie Bonk reports from Burtonsville.
She's been a volunteer for more than 20 years, but one local mom recently had the chance of a lifetime, an opportunity to meet with President Obama in the Oval Office.
When we were waiting to go into the Oval Office, we thought someone's going to open the door, and it was actually President Obama who opened the door for us. So it was just so special.
Nita Dott is the head of Organizing for Action Montgomery County, a nonprofit organization that has been working to promote the enrollment of community members in Obamacare.
We are connecting the dots. And I see that in Montgomery County, at least, this is where my base is, that I didn't see many organizations do what we were doing.
President Obama invited 8 moms to the White House to discuss how to further the enrollment of young family members in the Affordable Care Act.
There's something about moms.
I went there as a mom and an organizer, and that's how I got invited over there, because we've done some really tremendous work over here on the field.
During the meeting, Obama said he wanted to speak with the moms because they're often the ones making the healthcare decisions in the home.
Moms can tell young people who think they're invincible that they're not, and prod them to at least get information.
They really do feel that they're invincible, that nothing will really happen till something hits them. So as a parent, they trust us, they trust their moms, and that we can talk to them, we can advise them.
Her organization made thousands of calls, knocked on hundreds of doors, and distributed numerous flyers to inform the community of the enrollment process.
Some of the people cried, literally with tears in their eyes, that thank you so much for helping us. I needed this information, I just didn't know where to get it from.
For more information about Organizing for Action, visit their website at ofamd.org. For County Report This Week, I'm Valerie Bonk.
Now let's go to Northwest High School in Germantown, where students recently showcased some unique projects as part of a remarkable honors program. MCPS TV has the story.
Seniors at Northwest High School proudly displayed their original research projects during this year's Ulysses Fair. The Ulysses Signature Program is a comprehensive honors program that emphasizes research skills and the opportunity to focus on strong academic and personal interests. The fair was even attended by Superintendent Starr.
Straight up correlation.
Held January 7th and 8th, the students' projects are a culmination of many months of in-depth research and reflect each student's 4-year journey as a Ulysses student.
The students who come to this program have an interest in joining conversations that are often already in progress about the possibilities in the world, what needs to be changed, what can be discovered, what sorts of inspiration that they might have that they can share with others to make the world a better place.
There's all kinds of really neat things that they study, and they're usually going to come up with some type of conclusion to the thesis that they originated often in their junior year. And so they have some awesome projects here showing their interest, but also an area they wanted to pursue academically.
But it was also in 12th grade. I'm doing my project on placebo treatments. One of the most interesting things I found is that if it's done correctly, a placebo treatment can be just as effective as a real treatment.
I chose test anxiety just because I wanted to know more about it, and I realized that I wasn't the only one, and this happened more often than I thought. 96% of seniors actually have faced this before.
My project is on the effects of sleep deficiency and how it really affects high school students. I really wanted to gauge how school start times actually change the amount of sleep that students are able to get.
And say that some of those ways that they tried to spur investment have sort of seemed to have worked.
I think Ulysses is an awesome program that we have here at Northwest. It's a great opportunity for kids that want to pursue learning at a higher level, but I think also at a more creative and fun level as well.
When we come back, we'll tell you how to keep warm on 2 wheels. And we'll introduce you to our Pet of the Week. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Montgomery College's spring semester classes begin on January 27th, so there's still time to register. Choose courses from more than 130 majors and programs offered at our campus locations and online. You can register today online or at any of our 3 campuses. Make sure you get off to a good start at MC. All new students should definitely attend a new student orientation session before the start of the spring semester. It's a great way to get acclimated to campus life. Sessions are held on all 3 campuses, and parents and family are also welcome. Come out and support the Montgomery College Raptors. Men's and women's basketball seasons are heating up, and they both have a full slate of home games scheduled in January. Follow the teams on social media for the latest news.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. Weather may be to blame for the temporary closing of the Cofield Community Recreation Center in Silver Spring. That's where a sprinkler line break caused extensive water damage inside. The Recreation Center crews are working on repairs, and the facility is expected to reopen on January 21st. Check the county's website for updates. Don't let the cold weather keep you from riding your bike outside. Rockville's bicycle and pedestrian coordinator Kevin Belanger offers some advice on how to stay warm this season while out on 2 wheels.
Just because it's the winter time, you don't have to put away your bike. I think the winter is actually a really great time to break out your bike because you don't spend a lot of time outside necessarily in the winter. So it gets you out there and gets your heart going. And
that's the word from City Bicycle and Pedestrian Coordinator Kevin Belanger. But before you hop on 2 wheels, Belanger has a couple of recommendations for biking in the winter months.
In the winter time, you're going to want to make sure that you are dressed for the weather. You don't want to wear too much clothes though. So I brought a few of the things that I wear. For instance, my base layer, I'll wear something like this, which is a wicking t-shirt, kind of like a technical fabric. You don't want to wear cotton right next to your body since that is going to take the sweat away and keep it right next to you. So when you stop, you're going to be really cold. Otherwise, I'll wear what I normally wear, just a regular jacket, and if it's windy, a windproof layer. As for gloves, if you have a thick pair of windproof gloves, those are great. Otherwise, I wear these thin ones on my hands and stick these on top of them, and it acts as an insulator there. And then if I get too hot, I can take these away. Something else I didn't mention earlier, wool socks are important. I always find I'd rather have warmer feet than colder feet, so wool socks are important. And then your helmet, if you can fit a hat under that, great. Otherwise, this can act as your hat. As for your bike, you want to make sure that you have the right kind of tires for the winter. If there's going to be snow or ice at all, you want to make sure that your tires aren't too thin and that your tread is good, that it hasn't completely worn away. So if you do happen to hit some ice or snow, you're not going to go sliding. You also want to make sure your brakes are in good condition. You always want to have tight brakes, but in the winter time, especially keeping those up. So it's important in the winter time as the days are shorter to make sure you always have your bike lights on you. So what I do is carry mine with me. This one just slides right onto the bike like this. You want to make sure that you have a strong light that can be seen from all sides. So this one is good. You can even have a strobe function on it, which is nice. Also a backlight, you want that to be red. And this one's cool, it just clips onto my belt, so I slide it on there. People can see it in the back.
Keep these tips in mind when you plan your next trip, which you can now do online with an interactive GIS map.
So we developed a mobile map where you can pull it up and zoom in and out as you need, and different layers will come up, so it's not just a big jumble. So you'll be able to see different bike lanes or shared use paths as you're going along. What's the best way to get from route A to B if you didn't plan it ahead of time?
To access these maps online, go to rockvillemd.gov/GIS/maps and click on Bicycle Routes.
It's time to go to the Humane Society, where Kathy Stanhope joins us with our Pet of the Week. Kathy?
This is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society, and I'm here with a lively little thing. This is 212. 212 just came in today, and she doesn't really have a name yet, but if you ask for 212, they'll know what dog we're speaking of. She's a little rat terrier. She's female, very, very active, and she would be best in a home that's with people that have already had dogs like this because she is so high energy and so active. Give us a call at 240-773-5960 or visit all of our animals, including little 212, at mchumane.org.
With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for watching.